What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Strangers Minds. I'm Fernando, and today I am super excited because we're going to start off a new playlist. Yes, sir. We're going to start off aliens and UFO playlist, and we're going to start this whole series with Orbit from Beyond. Is it Orbit from Beyond? Check them out. Let's go. Damn. Orbit Beyond the Blue. So it is about 62 undisputable UFO sightings caught on camera, classified footage of UFO encounters. So I am super excited to start this off because, hey, and also, just like the last playlist that I created on Bigfoot, this is also going to be dedicated to my boys out there in Australia from the Shadowfall podcast, Jeremy and Gary. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's see what Orbit has in store for us today. Let's go.
Have you ever stared up at the night sky, wondering if we're truly alone in the vastness of the universe? For centuries, people from all walks of life have reported strange, unexplainable sightings, mysterious lights, unusual shapes, objects zipping through the sky at speeds and in ways that defy our understanding of physics. Tonight, we will try and make sense of some of the most mind-boggling UFO sightings ever recorded. Is this evidence of extraterrestrial life, or are there more earthly explanations at play? Buckle up, because it's time to explore. Multiplying UFOs seen in England. In Warminster, England, about 100 miles from London, a passenger was parked in his car when he noticed something strange in the sky. At first, he thought it was just a couple of helicopters, but oh no, it was something much more extraordinary. As he zoomed in, he saw two bright orbs moving in perfect harmony, side by side. But here's where it gets weird. As these orbs flew behind a hill, they vanished, and then reappeared moments later. Could they have been using some kind of cloaking tech? And hold on, get this. Those two orbs suddenly split into 5 smaller ones, performing coordinated aerial maneuvers like fighter jets at an air show. How could 2 UFOs just multiply like that? Or were the others invisible all along? What do you think? Fast-moving UFO.
Damn. I've never heard of this one. I mean, I'm not going to say that I follow UFO sightings, but I've seen a lot of different videos of aliens and UFOs. But most importantly, during my time as a new member of the Shadow Files podcast, I have heard so many stories. We even have an interview with an abductee. So sorry, I forgot her name, but we ended up having a conversation with her and also her boyfriend at the time. I'm not even sure if they're together, but he is a former federal agent. And man, but back to this video. It was super interesting. I just wish, man, for some reason, every time we see a video, especially when it is about UFOs, for some reason, it's like the worst quality camera. Like, what's up with that, bro? What's up? But anyway, that was super interesting. I know a lot of this stuff may seem like, it could be a balloon of sorts, but for it to have maneuvering capabilities and also to split up into multiple, if it's not generated by AI, hey, I'm not closed-minded enough to think that we are the only living species in the universe. So let's continue.
Captured by a drone in Wisconsin. 2017, Plymouth, Wisconsin. An amateur photographer and drone enthusiast is capturing storm footage when, out of nowhere, a white orb zooms past his camera at lightning speed. No man-made craft could move that fast. The orb darted across the sky and was gone before anyone could blink. This tiny, fast-moving orb. Could it be a weather-manipulating device or something more? Could these orbs be monitoring our weather or even our planet? Check out the footage and tell us what you think. A cigar-shaped UFO.
Damn, that was pretty fast. That was a fast-moving object. I mean, for most of this video, you guys, so far I haven't seen these two videos. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys so we can have a conversation about whether or not, what do you guys think that is? Because I could give my opinion, but trust when I say I am not an expert. I just know that something else exists besides us human beings. So that was moving pretty fast, and for this gentleman to catch it while he's recording, while he's doing XYZ, accidentally capturing this, it's interesting.
UFO over Los Angeles wildfire. In November 2018, the devastating Woolsey fire raged in California, destroying nearly 100,000 acres of land. But amidst the chaos, a strange object caught the attention of local news channels. A cigar-shaped UFO hovered above the smoke, moving slowly across the sky. Was it some sort of advanced technology, or maybe even an extraterrestrial rescue mission? Why hover above a disaster like this? The mystery deepens as we continue our search for answers. Bizarre UFO seen near air.
Okay, wait. Let's go back. Because I was having a hard time trying to see it. Oh, but this is perfect. Look at it right there. That's what they're talking about. So we see what seems to be like a plane and a helicopter, but they're talking about this figure up here. It's like dark. Man, I think that could actually be explained by someone with the capability of knowing how, you know, the smoke, the moisture, gravity, weather, clouds, all of this. I don't know. I don't know. This might be one that could possibly be explained because you don't really see nothing but like a shadow moving beyond the sky. I mean, I think I just made this video blow up even more.
As we continue our search for answers.
Yeah, man.
Bizarre UFO seen near airplane over the Aegean Sea. High up in the sky over Greece in 2018, a passenger aboard a commercial flight captured footage of an elongated cigar-shaped UFO performing impossible aerial maneuvers. The object seemed to rotate, flip, and twist, actions no aircraft should be able to do. But here's the kicker. It left behind black smoke trails, making some wonder if this was a secret military craft rather than an alien visitor. Could we be dealing with top-secret technology here? UFOs.
What the heck? I'm at a loss of words, you guys. That was so far I have never seen none of these videos. I mean, and I've seen a lot of UFO stuff. But this video alone is making everything I've seen look like crap. What? That was weird, you guys. Hey, man, let's keep the conversation going because I honestly, now, I cannot just sit here, not say nothing, and watch somebody else's video. I can't do that. It's breaking the rules. But hey, conversation dictates that we need to talk about this because that was interesting.
Seen hovering in Texas 2022. Texas has long been a hotspot for UFO sightings, and this one from April 2022 is no exception.
Yep.
Multiple witnesses in Kyle, Texas, reported a strange UFO emitting an eerie green glow. The craft was stationary, completely silent, with no moving parts visible. Now this UFO shared striking similarities to sightings in Iran and India. So, what's going on here? Could it be that extraterrestrials are so advanced they've figured out how to move without making a sound? Triangular UFO.
Okay, well, I mean, it sounded like the guy's voice changed mid-video, didn't it? Anyway, back to the video. That could have possibly been a customized drone. I'm sorry, but you can't really tell how big this is unless you're there. But if it's on video and up in the sky and if you're too close to the house, it's like when you take a picture and somebody's like going like this, right? Let me get my and somebody's going like this, and like the the Statue of Liberty is just there, right? I'm just saying, like, photos and pictures, depending on the angle and all this, can make something seem smaller or bigger. But for it to be reported all over, because yes, Texas is a hotspot for some reason, we might have to look into that. Actually, where is Skinwalker Ranch? I'm gonna have to say it's in Texas.
UFO, recorded by a doorbell camera in England. In 2022, a man in England got a notification from his doorbell camera. He expected a visitor, but what he found was much more bizarre. A triangular UFO, glowing with 3 bright lights, slowly glided across the sky. This sighting closely mirrors others we've seen in Florida and Texas. Could this be the same UFO keeping an eye on us from above? Cigar-shaped UFO.
I've actually seen that one. And this one is very interesting because it does seem that it's an object and not different, objects just making it seem like if they're maneuvering together. No, it seemed like it was one object. And the fact is there was a lot of people talking about on the subreddit, especially UFO. There was a lot of people talking about, oh, those are like hot weather balloons, those are lanterns, and all this and that, just tied up specifically in different ways. Which I'm sorry, but a lanterns and hot balloons, they kind of just float, you know, like they don't have maneuvering capabilities. This was like traveling. So yeah, man. Do you guys believe in aliens? Leave it in the comment section.
UFO, seen over Montana 2024.
Wow, recent.
Fast forward to June 2024, where a UFO, resembling a glowing cigar, was spotted in Montana. It moved slowly across the sky, emitting colorful lights. A witness with a night vision camera even caught the UFO at a 30-degree angle, as if it was preparing to land. Are these UFOs on a slow descent to some hidden base in the mountains? Could there be secret alien hideaways right here on Earth? UFO sighted.
Well, there is a theory that aliens are not from outer space. They're from inner space. So on the podcast, The Shadow Files, we had a conversation. Well, we had a whole show basing off of um, inner world, which is like a within our underneath our feet, within the core or something. There are civilizations under us, and there are different types of aliens actually. And yeah, yeah, this is a good theory. This world is covered in water. I want to say, is it 98% of the world is underwater? And humans have only explored 5% of this ocean, the blue sea. I'm not afraid of a lot of things. But when you talk to me about being on a boat in the middle of nowhere and there's not a land in sight and it's just the deep blue, unexplored deep blue, that's kind of terrifying.
In Chattanooga, Tennessee, 2023. Chattanooga, Tennessee, August 2023. A security camera caught a star moving across the sky, stopping mid-motion and then zipping off at breakneck speed. The object zipped out of sight in an instant,
What?
covering a vast distance in no time. This UFO's speed reminded some of the mysterious orbs seen in Ibiza, Spain. Could aliens really be capable of traveling at such incredible speeds?
I'm going to say yes, because everything that we've heard about aliens, like we are Neanderthals compared to them. Like they're advanced. They're extremely advanced. So they have already, and then depending, if you want to believe into certain elements that does not exist on our planet, but exist elsewhere, that's just capabilities being tapped in using natural resource. Like, let's take, for example, Black Panther, right? They had that uranium or whatever just growing, just, just abundance of them. And then, due to the meteor, it created the, that purple mushroom, whatever, that he eats that gives him superpowers, right? So could you imagine just the resources that other planets have that we don't with that capability? It's possible. It's possible.
Strange lights over a temple in India. In India, 2024, UFOs were spotted over a temple during a religious festival. Multiple bright lights blinked in the sky, moving erratically. Were these lights UFOs, or could they be some kind of surveillance drones? This sighting adds to a growing list of UFOs reported over India, fueling theories of a secret base right here on Earth. Could this be an alien observation post? And the plot thickens, folks. Even the US military is now developing portable UFO detection kits. Clearly, we're not alone. UFO flying.
Clearly, we're not alone. I mean, I want to say like 2 years ago, there was a whistleblower that came out, and this was televised that aliens do exist. Basically, it was already confirmed. Aliens do exist. Whether or not all of the stories and everything that has to do with Area 51 is real, I mean, the base does exist, right? But it's just interesting to know that we are already at a level within our humanity that even the government is being like, all right, let's give them this one just to see how they react. For what? Are they planning to drop a bomb on us? Not literally speaking, but are they, are they like preparing us for something big? I think so.
Flying over a boat marina. The exact location and time of this sighting has not been confirmed, but it's highly likely that it took place somewhere over North America. During one sunset, a very strange object flew in the sky over a boat marina, leaving onlookers totally amazed. Initially, onlookers thought it was just a helicopter, but the person recording the video knew that something was just not right. So he continued filming the object as it moved at a decent speed, high up in the sky. Eventually, he zoomed in on the object, and what he saw would definitely give you goosebumps. This is unlike any of the UFOs we have seen in the past, neither having a triangular or disc-like shape. Even the size seemed relatively smaller and more like an alien probe that was carrying out a reconnaissance mission. The UFO seemed to have a very distinctive shape and resembled the futuristic probes we have seen in Hollywood science fiction movies. The footage gets very eerie, as it might be one of clearest UFO sightings in broad daylight, unlike most of the sightings that occur mostly during nighttime. The fact that the alien probe was not moving too quickly, making it easily visible to humans, goes to show that they had no fear of being tracked or even caught. Pyramid.
Guys, like, I don't even think you could, I don't even think a drone would successfully be able to fly with such a cover. Like, even if you was to think, yeah, that was something, like a drone in a suit, just like, yeah, no, this looked like something from freaking uh, Guardians of the Galaxy kind of stuff. But it did seem like it had a camera or something like to scout or like to record in the bottom. Dude, it had color. I don't know about that one, you guys, but you know what? I know these videos are coming and going pretty fast, and we've already covered a good majority. I mean, majority. What am I talking about? We've only covered 7 minutes, and we've seen like 8 to 9 videos. So we're gonna see one more, and we're gonna call it for this episode. But that video, I've never, I out of like all the videos that we've seen today, I've only seen like one, and that's the triangular one. I have never seen these. This is gonna be freaking interesting, guys. Let's see the last one.
Shaped UFO over Moscow. It comes as no surprise that UFO activity is quite high over the largest country in the world, just like the USA. The sheer landmass covered by Russia, coupled with many isolated areas because of the extreme cold conditions, serves as a perfect area for UFOs who want to maintain their secrecy. In our previous videos, we have spoken about 2 hostile encounters that the Russian Navy had with aliens in Lake Baikal, which is notorious for its UFO activity. And in one of these encounters, the Russian Navy even came face to face with underwater aliens. But that didn't end well for the divers. Is Lake Baikal and Russia in general serving as a huge base for aliens on Earth? But moving back to the pyramid-shaped UFO over Moscow, on seeing the footage, you can clearly see a giant pyramid-shaped object hovering among the dark clouds. The UFO is not distinctly visible like other UFOs we've seen in the past, emitting bright lights, like the UFO over Tehran or the one over Palmdale, California. This UFO seemed to have some kind of advanced cloaking technology, leaving only its silhouette perceivable to the human eye. It also didn't move from its location during the entire recording, going to show that it was definitely doing some kind of reconnaissance over the Russian capital. Initially, you will think it's a triangle-shaped UFO, but later on, the distinct pyramid shape of the UFO becomes eerily visible, giving goosebumps to the onlookers. There was even a news report on the alleged object hovering above the city.
The Sun reported Friday a large, unidentified flying object hovering over Moscow's Kremlin. According to The Sun, witnesses said the pyramid-shaped object could be as big as a mile wide. And while Russian reports have ruled out UFO speculation, The Sun says the police have refused to comment.
Shockingly, a few years ago, a similar pyramid-shaped UFO was seen hovering right over the Pentagon in the USA. Here, too, the UFO was using its advanced cloaking tech, making it almost impossible to view with the naked eye. Why are these giant pyramid-shaped UFOs seen over strategic areas of 2 of the world's biggest superpowers? Are they merely doing reconnaissance or planning something sinister? Triangular UFO.
Dude, I mean, I've seen the video of the one hovering above the Pentagon. It looked interesting. There were a lot of talks about it being some sort of hologram. I did not know there were multiple sightings on multiple countries over how Orbit said superpowers. That is freaking interesting. Wow. It kind of makes you wonder. It kind of makes you wonder because that incident over the Pentagon was within our decade. Hmm. I'm starting to think that the government is trying to prepare us for something. I don't want to say too much because I like my channel and I don't want it to get a lot of different issues. But with that being said, you guys, listen, this is the first the first video for the aliens and UFO playlist. So if you guys are enjoying yourselves, please do what you do when you like a channel. Hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.